Hey y'all, this is Victor Haskins with the second lesson of the How to Improvise series. In the first lesson, we took the first 2 bars of Three Blind Mice and used it as an exercise to develop our rhythmic creativity. In this lesson, I'll show you how to integrate bars 3 and 4 into the tune. So first take bars 3 and 4, like you see on your screen, and we're going to improvise new rhythms for these pitches in the same manner we did for the first 2 bars. So go back and watch lesson 1 if you need a refresher on this technique, as there are some very important concepts to grab from that. After you're comfortable improvising new rhythms for just these pitches, F, E flat, and D, we're going to reinsert bars 3 and 4 to the form, so now we have 4 bars. We have the first phrase, and then we have the second phrase, 2 bars each. We're now going to practice this 4-bar form the same way we've practiced the 2-bar forms, but we're going to have a little twist because we have 2 different phrases as opposed to just 1 phrase. When you practice this form, once again you're going to loop it over and over, and you're going to play the original melody and rhythms in the first of the 4 iterations, and then improvise, improvise, improvise. But when you improvise, you're only going to use the pitches in the bars they appear. So when you improvise over bars 1 and 2, as we go through the 4-bar form, you're only going to use D, C, and B flat. And when you hit bars 3 and 4, you're only going to use F, E flat, and D. Once again, only improvising new rhythms with the pitches in the bars they appear. So this is what that sounds like if you do it successfully. With the metronome. And so, at that point, I would improvise 3 more iterations of the form, and then I come back in with the original melody and rhythms. So, what's the next step after that? Once you're comfortable doing that, and that's going to take a little while to get comfortable improvising rhythms for this section and then this section back to back, using these different pitch sets. The next step is to integrate all the pitches over the 4 bars. So now you can use all 5 pitches, F, E flat, D, C, and B flat, over the 4 bars. So you have a little more freedom, but with more freedom comes more responsibility. So now you have the responsibility to make sure that while you're improvising with all 5 pitches, you are delineating the first phrase and the second phrase. That way, it's very obvious to the audience that you are improvising with this material and on this material. Otherwise, it just sounds like 5 pitches randomly inserted over 4 bars. So here's how I might do that using all 5 pitches, but still outlining the phrases and the melody. So, as you heard that I was taking the melodic content from phrase 1 and I was really playing around with that while using the other pitches as embellishments to improvising with that phrase, and the same for the second phrase. That way there's some kind of differentiation between what we're doing in the first part and the second part. If we just use all 5 pitches whenever we wanted to, people might not even know what tune we're improvising on. So that's why we kind of try to be really specific with what we're doing with the pitches. And this is just an exercise. Once again, we're taking a little box and we're making it bigger and bigger and bigger, as opposed to just giving you the whole thing, which there is no box. You can literally do anything. But having these rules, you start to understand how to make it come together in the end when you do have all that freedom, so it makes sense. So that's this week's lesson. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing from y'all, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.